Willie Driscoll, and thank you so much for joining us, Willie.
Well, it's fine.
Willie, you grew up in Iveragh stores down in the west side of town. Tell us a little bit about that and your family down there.
Yeah, I was born at Iveragh stores. At the time we were all born at home, as you know. Like, I had 5 siblings, 4 boys and 2 girls. My father bought that sometime before I was born. It was owned previously by Sheehan, Bet Sheehan. He'd been a brother of Tommy Sheehan, the dentist.
Oh, yeah.
Their father owned Duffy's over the water, or he lived there, or he owned it, yeah. So he had a shop there, but we never opened it as a shop. But my father was from Valentia. He came out to manage P.W. O'Neill's, which his aunt was married to P.W. O'Neill, and they had a wholesale grocery and shop back there now where Tufford, now where Montbreach is now.
Yes.
That's where P.W. O'Neill was.
All right.
So anyway, we got the business, and I think, I don't know who got the property, but we moved the business up here. Then my father had bought this previously, a year or 2 previously, and we moved the business up here, and we were wholesaling. As you know yourself, I used to go down to your...
My mother?
That's right.
Yeah.
And after years, then sure, I hadn't room to expand, and groceries or the supermarkets came to town, and I changed it all then to an off-license.
Yes.
You put in the Iveragh stores, yeah. As I say, I was born there, yeah.
And your dad seemed to be a great visionary and a businessman.
He was, yeah. I don't know. I'd love to have met him to know where he got the money to buy all these places. He bought, because they were living, I think they were living down the quay or somewhere before that. He bought, when he got married, he bought the Iveragh stores, he bought here, and he bought the mineral water stores below.
Yes.
So and I suppose there was no, I think it was mortgages that time. I don't know. He bought them all, and everybody got the money.
But he was just kind of forward.
I'd have liked to have met him to ask him how he managed it.
To get
but he died before. He died at the age of 42.
Oh God.
Before he managed any of them, like really, except he wasn't the P.W. O'Neill's.
Yes.
He never worked the Guinness agency. He bought this place because it had a Guinness agency, and he bought the place for because it had a mineral water store. But he never managed them.
Yes.
My last brother was born after he died, Tim, and my mother had to manage all those places on her own.
My God, and she made a success of everything.
And she did. She was tough. Yeah.
And where was she from then?
She was from the town. Her grandfather. She was her mother was O'Neill from Letter, and her father was Hughes from, is it the Queen's County or the King's County? He came here on the railway.
All right.
And that's how he met my grandmother.
Oh, very good.
and he used to live with us in Iveragh before he died.
All right. So there are plenty of stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
My grandmother was O'Neill. 2 sisters married, 2 O'Neills married 2 other O'Neills. I mean, they were
yes.
The O'Neills, the point, they were all kind of mixed up together. I'm not really sure what the...
Yes, but they'd be all...
Yeah.
All the one, as they say. All the one. And growing up, and you went to school here then, Willie?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the Brother Barrett's, and then I went to upstairs, we used to call it up, Brother Barrett's was down below, then we went to primary school above, and we went upstairs then after that.
That's right.
I went up there for 2 years, and then I went to Castleknock for 2 years.
Fantastic.
And
did you see a big change going to Dublin?
Oh, well, I mean to say that this was a flying town that time.
Yes.
You know, there were 52 pubs in the town.
Wow.
How many are there now? 4 or 5 or 6?
4 or 5.
7, yeah.
Could we try and name those 52 pubs?
From Mrs. Keating's back, I think there were 13. There was Callahan's in New Street, which was Tom's Tavern afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And below that, you had Miss Sheehan, where that man, Dundee, he was a shoemaker. He's dead now. He died there a couple of years ago. And then you came up to Bob Connor's, who is a niece of his, I think, or hers, had it afterwards. It was a restaurant or a coffee shop. and that was, I don't count him, that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the American Bar, which was run by Jenny Jenny O'Neill. She'd been the footballer's grandmother.
Oh, Jack O'Shea's.
No. No, Sheehan boy, what's his first name?
Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian Sheehan.
Yeah, she married Gold, Gold. But anyway, that was, how many is that? 4?
4.
Then you had John King's, where the Skerry's Rock is now.
All right, it's 5.
Then you had Mrs. Dempsey's, which John Murphy, the Glen had afterwards. You know John Murphy, Mrs. McCown's brother, yeah.
Yes.
And then you came up and you had you had Barney's first,
Mm-hmm.
then Annie Connell's, then Ty Egan's, and then Keating's the corner, Mrs. Keating's. Across the road, then you had O'Shea's, which was Miss Comfort's. Below that, you had O'Donoghue's, the Gunners. Next to that, then you Ruby Means. How many is that?
13.
13. And after that, then you had the ringside outside.
All right.
And then you came up the main street. Then on the south side, we'll go first. You had Seamus Connor's, where Caesar's is now.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had, there was a license there in Dwyer's. Sorry, you had Chahealy's next.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a license in Dwyer's. It was next to the Harp.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Harp. Then you had John Murphy's. They had a license there. John Murphy's. And then John Murphy's 2 sisters had a licensed restaurant, cafe kind of thing there.
Mm-hmm.
It's where the, when I see now, what's there now? It's next to Dr. Allen's, I think, is it?
Oh,
But there was a license in Dr. Allen's too, but I never saw it being used.
Yes.
Are you counting all these?
I am.
And then you came up and you had
7.
Coakley's,
8.
the Railway Bar,
9.
the White House next door.
10.
You had a license here.
11.
You had the Plough above, Drummies.
12.
Charlie Welch's next to that.
13.
Barners.
14.
Men only.
Yeah.
Barners. Then you had Teresa Shea's.
15.
Frankie Quirks was before Teresa Shea's.
16.
And you had Quirks, Teresa Shea's, and what you had around then was above UN Bar, Casey's. It was owned by Miss McCarthy used to.
17.
There's a photograph actually back, if you want to take a photograph of that, it's back there on the window on the Irish house.
All right.
How many is that?
17.
And then you go on the north side, then you had Boss Welch's,
18.
the Anchor.
19.
You had Crannies, Corns.
20.
Next to that, then you had another Corn, but I don't remember that as a license. Then you had Seamus Trummies,
22.
Jerome Breen's,
23.
Humphrey Connor,
24.
Johnny Pans, Trishty's father,
5.
and you had the O'Connor Hotel down there. That was when you were down there.
26.
So that finishes that. And up East End, then you had Abby Clifford,
27.
Mike Mertz,
28.
and there was another license. I think it was owned by Sylvie Shea's, between Mike Mertz and the She-Bee, and you had the She-Bee in.
29, 30.
And then you up further, you had what's the one above on the right? Where they played the music now, Corns.
31.
Yeah. And then you had, when in latter years, you had the B&T.
Mm-hmm.
Across the road, then you had Maybe Morris's.
33.
Below that, you had Matty Neal's.
34.
Then you had Matty Neal's. And then you had, if I could see, I don't know. And then you had Timothy Connell's.
35.
you had Gairns, which was the townhouse afterwards,
36.
and then you had John McCarthy's. How many is that?
37.
Altogether, plus the new street.
Yeah. No, without the new street. So
that's 50.
Yeah.
And there were a few. There was a license in where the credit union is now.
All right.
Mark Sullivan's.
Yeah.
There were quite a few more licenses. There was
Yes.
52 altogether, I believe.
52 that you could have.
One for every card in the deck. Or for
every week of the year.
every week of the year, yeah.
I tell you to put...
But I just tell you about, I remember distinctly, Chai Healy's, I was inside one day collecting the Guinness money, like, and she had a shop in the front, kind of a hardware, nice little shop, 2 little glass doors, and she had a bar inside, a nice little bar inside that. And I was inside there, and I think it was around 1970, and I think Richie Ryan put up the price of the pint 3 times in 1 year, or something like that. That was around decimalisation, not quite sure now. But it went up from, we'll say, 1 and 10 to 2 shillings or something like that. And I heard one fella saying to the other, we'll follow it to half a crown.
They'll keep going. But most of the pubs had other shops.
Oh, sure, every pub nearly had a grocery in front of it or something, you know.
Something there. Was it Drummy's that had a shoe shop?
Well, that was different to the pub. No, the Drummy's was a pub, the Plough was the only, that was the drapery shop was here, further down.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they all had...
But all the other pubs nearly had
something else going on as well.
Like Mike Murt's pub now. Mike never much changed the concept, and that's why it's so popular today.
Yes.
You know?
That's the layout is
he did up lately, he kept the old way.
Yeah, and it is lovely to go in and sit down and see everything, you know. And so you had a great... outlook on Iveragh, going around to all the different shops and places.
Oh, sure. I was hawking, well, I wouldn't say hawk, I was wholesaling stuff around, you know.
Yes.
Between Denby and Cardaniel. But I used to supply your ma'am shop, you know, in Ahiada.
Yes.
Mrs. Casey, Port Me, John Michael, all those shops.
Yes.
Back to the Glen then. And sure, all the shops are gone now.
Yes, all those.
Mrs. Carey Lower. You know, there was 3 or 4 shops in Cardan I used to go to, they're all gone. But I remember one time, I used to go up to Merrow for sugar. This was a separate thing now, like. And I used to collect the sugar in Merrow, and I'd start selling it, hawking around. And my first stop on my way back would be, which is now Padder's mother in Glenbeigh.
All right.
And all around the town here are the shops. And back to Waterford and Portmagee and all that. I remember one day, I was in Portmagee, I was in the Glen, back to Keating's in the Glen. And I was going to Portmagee, so I said I'd try and drive over Coman-Aspic. I'd said about 2 tons of sugar on the she said, you went up. I got there eventually, never again. Can you imagine we up there?
God, yeah, 2 tons of sugar.
Yeah. I was going back in the day to Portmagee, and I looked in the mirror and I saw this post office van behind me coming. So I moved in, let him pass me out, and I could feel the wheels of the lorry like going or something. The next thing toppled over into the field. And your man, Morris Curran, did you know Morris Curran? He would be an uncle of Peter Murphy, and Junior Murphy. He said by me,
happy out.
I gave a few
expletives. I tell you, that was a very sweet field.
So, another day then, when we were in the shop here, Michael Curran, he'd been uncle Jimmy Curran's. He was working here time, he used to come out in the van with me sometimes to give me a hand, like, you know. And I remember I bought a new van one time, and I shelved it, but I hadn't any shelf up behind the hedge, you know.
Yes.
We were going down to Kells, there was a shop, Bridie Bowler, she had a shop down in Kells Strand. She was through a few business, right? But we were going down there one day anyway, and this big car comes around the corner in English. I think it was like a Humber Hawk for it, and he stopped bang in the middle of the road, you see. And I knew if I braked hard, that
everything would go.
So I just into the side and bit of a ditch in there, and just stopped opposite him. And as I did, it kind of gallon sweets, you know, the
Oh,
old
yeah.
hard-boiled sweets, came down around Michael's head. It was showering down Michael's, and Michael, your man said, "Jolly good show." and Mike had a bit of a stutter. He said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ." Some gas days, all right.
Yes, God, yeah. And around it, you'd really know what was going on around the area as well then.
But the town was flying that time.
Yes.
I mean, all the fair days, my God. You had the day before the fair, you had daily, you had for holding the cattle down there where the school is now, the primary school.
All right.
That was the daily, there was to keep cattle there, and outside by where the tile fella is now.
Tile Art out by the hospital there, yeah.
There was to keep cattle there. There was to keep cattle inside in the back of my leggings above. In through the barn out.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
And the fair
We
day.
used to get a half day. We used to get a day after the fair, I think, a half day before, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you had the fair day and the day before the fair, like, you had 2 fairs.
Yes. And there's no use coming the day after the fair.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit more about the fair days. That everybody brought in cattle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had stars doing for the swimming trees, selling clothes, and it was great. It was a great atmosphere, you know.
Yes.
That's all gone now.
And early in the morning as well, it would be.
Oh, should it be, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone like, some jobbers would go out to meet the boys coming in, you see, with their cattle and try and sell them before they.
Yes.
But I'd say a lot of them didn't deal there because they figured they'd get a better price in town, you know.
Yes, they'd have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And I remember my uncle John Galvin, was saying that if the Valencia men, because they had great land in Valencia, they were kind of worried about the cows. They'd be great cattle, but if the jobbers knew you were from Valencia, they'd bring down the price because they knew you had to swim them back.
Yeah.
They'd try and take advantage.
I know, yeah.
But and all those cattle went off then on the train.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. The railway seems so important. Tell us a little bit about that.
The train was marvellous.
Yeah.
We used to go down the tracks then, you see, we'd be turning halfpennies into pennies. We'd put the halfpenny on the
track.
On the track and just say the bigger.
A bigger one.
Yeah, which is I think we used to go to the point in where we never paid, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the carriages that joined up came, you know.
Yeah.
They weren't there early days, but should have the train left in. There was an half disaster. The train left.
Yes, that was.
There was a deputation one time. We went up to the minister to hold on to the railway. And they said their piece and all that. And when they were finished, the minister said to them, "And gentlemen, how did you come up here today?" "Oh, we drove, Minister." "That's why the railway is going."
That was the end of that. But yes, I never thought of that. Once you got on the carriage, there was no going through. Yes, you were on that.
Single,
My God, yeah, but that was a tough one. That
the ghost train. I never went on it, but you heard of the ghost train.
No.
You didn't know. It used to leave Valencia at the point. It's about 4 o'clock in the day. Then they'd come up here and they'd leave here about 6 or 7. I don't know what time they'd leave in the evening. And they'd be going through, and they'd arrive in Dublin about 11 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning for the match.
My God.
But there were these 2 guys from Valencia, you see, 2 brothers, and they were on the train one day, and they were going through Kildare, and Mike called Tommy. He said he saw a cottage way over, somewhere in the corner way over, out, you know. And he called Tommy. He said, "Look," he said, "some people live very far away."
Just after
his one was Valencia.
Yes, yeah, his one kind of far away from. And God, that was a ghost train, so it would go overnight. It would be overnight. Jeez, that was.
I remember one time, it was John Ring. He used to work below in the Guinness agency. He was a correspondent for the Kerryman. He'd be, let me see now. His son. Well, Emer would be his niece. He'd have been a brother or a stepbrother of Boney Rings, you know.
Oh yes, yeah. The Exile.
Yeah.
The Exile, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was one time anyway, the boys, you see, like, they'd have to get their refreshments ready for weeks before and all that. But they were cleaning out 2-gallon drums of, you know the old petrol can, the 2-gallon drum.
Oh yes.
They used to put the boiling water and scour it out and blah blah and drink water perfect out of it. and they filled it with their stout on the way, and around Mallow anyway, they opened their,
The wrong one.
and it was reeking with petrol. How was that? They forgot to wash the cap.
Oh no! Say the
And
bottle.
years afterwards, I remember some Guinness crowd had problems in Dublin with some vats or something. And John Ring said, did they clean, they used to have some bacteria or something, and they couldn't. He said, did they clean the doors? That was the
problem.
He remembered from the
going up and that's it. A lesson well learned.
A lesson well learned.
Well learned. And growing up in town, then over the years, you've seen the pubs kind of decline a little bit, I suppose. Sure,
Sure, I mean, that time you had every street need had their own. We used to only kind of mix the New Street and, the gangs, and, and then you had Top Street gangs. But anyway, and the bonfires are the big thing.
All right.
My God.
In June or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And every place be competing against the next for the biggest fire,
Yes.
And Father Shuck, he became a free starter, and we go to the Bobs in our cast and bring, any kind of new stuff and bring it up and all that. We used to store it back in Murphy's in New Street. And I remember one year anyway, they were looking for a central pole for the bonfire, and they took, it was lying down there next to, opposite Padjo Fitz's there, down by the gable side there, they took a timber pole out of there and brought it down and built their bonfire around it, you see?
Yes.
And sure, when the man who owned it, who was a builder, who should be, or you want to see it, we make into trouble, when he found out where it was, he came down, pulled it out in the middle of and remake the whole bonfire again.
Go again.
They were fierce nights, the bonfire nights.
Yes, God, yeah. And there'd be several bonfires.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
You see, I suppose growing up in Portmagee, you think town is, but you'd have different.
Oh, yeah.
And where would year one be then?
Down the avenue, we call it. Where, what do you call it? Where the old barracks is below.
Oh, yeah. The social services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the social, yeah. That field there, it's all houses now.
Yes.
That was we used to play rounders there, we used to play, we used to, I think, Bernie Hogan, I think he used to play golf there, there's a chip, pitch and putt or something.
Yes, God. It is so hard to visualise town the way you see it without all the houses and all the developments and stuff like that, because even at the back of Iveragh stores now, you have Marion Place and Aldi and...
The Marion Place, well, that was part of, on the south side of the road there, that was all my mother's field, my father's field as well.
Yes.
And I think she got £200 for the field to build Marion Place. And where Aldi is now, that was also our field.
All right.
Yeah. But my brother then, he owned all that and he sold it to John. He sold the house, they actually last horse to John, I don't know. And he sold the field to Brian McCarthy's crowd.
Oh, yes.
Fixco, Brian, yes.
And what big changes have you seen in town over the years, Willie?
Oh, sure, I mean to say, you couldn't walk in this town on Friday or Saturday before, the crowds of people.
Tell us a little bit.
The dance halls was gone, everything,
Tell us a little bit about when the factories were here. Somebody was talking about this, and the Friday when the factories closed, when they got paid.
No, I should. They were fantastic that time. You had 4 or 5 factories. You had, I can't remember the name. Wilson Socks became a big one after.
Yes.
And then you had where the men's shed now and all that is up around there.
Yes.
Where the Skerry, they were all
618.
Yeah. And you had where Fex goes now. There were offices there. We had them. Acar owned them. We had them anyway. And I think we just got out of them to give it to Fixco. They demolished and built that place there then.
Yes.
And the back above then, you had 3 or 4 more. There
was Socks. There was
Trico Deluxe was they clothes people, I think, making clothes. And then you had special knives.
Yeah, I was just going to say cutlery of some. Yeah.
They used to make
Yes.
blades and all that, you know. The gang of them won did they win the,
The lotto.
yeah,
Yes, there
that's
was a big
right.
gang
I
of
know how
them.
much they won,
And the dance halls. The
Oh,
tell
to the
us.
dancer, yeah. Iveragh bar.
Hmm.
Downstairs in the middle of the bar. No drink.
Yeah.
You did your drinking if you wanted before we did. Barners. Barners was a maid-only establishment.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one night, everyone said that because a guard called, a knock came, the place was packed, a knock came to the door. Barn looked out, he saw the peak cap outside, guards on duty, so quiet. After about 20 minutes, another knock came, he looked out and he recognised the guard who was on duty, and he opened the door and he said, if you so-and-so, we thought it was the guards.
Oh, yeah, he was coming in.
He was quite for a bit too.
Yes, he didn't say the magic art there.
Another night, anyway, with the guards that was all they had to do, like with red bars.
Hmm.
You know, it was crazy times. You think of it. The church had a fierce control over the
Yes.
Cannon Lane. He got the. He was more powerful than ETD.
Yeah.
He actually got the ESB factory outside for here. You know, I think it was going up to Glenbeigh or somewhere before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they say, no, I don't know how true it is, but I think it's true that he got a few fellas fired out of their jobs in the observatory. And I mean, there were 40 families, depending on the observatory, there were 40 fellas working in the observatory that time, you know.
Really?
There are about 5 or 6 now.
Yeah.
But the weather was worse now, maybe they had a pint.
They had a better grasp on it. And they would have all been taking readings and doing all what they do.
No, they'd be in the pub at night or something, and maybe he didn't like that. And
Yes.
he'd get rid of them.
My gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cannon Lane.
But he was, you know, but he was Dean of Kerry afterwards, and he was the man who objected to Jane Mansfield coming into Tralee. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
that's right, yes. So you can imagine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they controlled the whole thing. didn't they?
Yes. So I was only looking today about somewhere that was there a law brought in the 40s with the church that you couldn't dance at home. Dancing could only be in a dancing hall with a license. And if you were caught dancing at the crossroads,
Oh, sure, that was
yeah,
scandalous.
yeah, and the priest would be around.
Which, Bishop Archbishop McQuaid was the Taoiseach that time.
Yes, they ruled. They ruled with an iron.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to help us.
The Mullahs.
Yes, and of course you have the O'Flaherty here then as well.
Yeah. I saw Mass to him when I was young.
Really?
Yeah, and he used to give us £0.50.
Yeah.
But that's only been me on holidays.
Mm-hmm.
But he came to retire, then I was gone. I'd be too old then. He died in 63, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Or 53, was.
I'm not too sure now.
It's written up over there.
Yes, let me see. 63.
Yeah. I mean, 12 that time.
Yes.
So I suppose it was that time he retired.
Yeah.
Lovely man.
And was he anyway would you know he was famous or?
Huh?
Would you know he was famous or?
Sure, he was a lovely man.
Yes.
Very.
And he lived next door here then? No.
No, he lived back in Mrs. Christy Sheehan's where opposite the entrance there, the hardware shop, Christy Sheehan's.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Mrs. Christy was his sister.
All right.
Yeah, but he was next door here.
Was his
Huh?
niece, is it, or?
That was John Clifford, the judge.
Yes.
You know John?
Oh, yes.
You know Mike Clifford now that
The
writes
journalist,
That's his father was there, yeah.
All right.
And Minnie, the grandmother, Minnie the Bun,
Yes,
she had a shop there.
that's right. And just cream.
The great place to go like for
Yes.
teas and coffee. And that.
All right,
There was no coffee that time, so I had tea.
Yes, of course. There was.
Yeah.
And that lady, was she something to? Oh no, she was to the judge, I think.
She was the judge's mother.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Yeah,
And he had the office there where John O'Donoghue's.
that's right.
Yes. And Willie, a lot of your family have stayed in Cahersiveen and they have businesses now. How are they doing?
Well, they're my own children, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're fine. I'm lucky, I suppose. I've 5 children and they're all in Kerry.
Yes.
One of them in Carnarvon, or in Killarney, and the rest are here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dara, he has the oratory. Michael's working, he lives down in Ard.
Mm-hmm.
His son was playing here in the match that you taped.
Yes.
But anyway, and who else? Niall's here, Niall. He has the Guinness agency now and that down there. And then Aoife, she's married to Sean O'Shea.
Oh, very good.
And Shane then is in Killarney.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
And what would you wish for Cahersiveen in the future now?
Well, I suppose when the Screamer gets up and running, and you'll see more opportunities, and people will. I mean to say, there's no point in what's the saying, like there's no point in doing something when there's no market for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The market makes the place.
That's it. That you need the.
Yeah. I mean, they're saying we're not ready for the Greenway, but when the Greenway comes, that'll
Sort itself
farm
out.
to place, you know.
Yes.
I mean, to say it's progressing nicely, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd ever see it leave 5 years, I suppose, before it'll be completed.
Completed, but.
You know? But it took a long time to get it.
Yes, to get it up.
I don't know if I could say it, but it was handled badly, I'd say, by the council.
Yes.
They should have had somebody from the different areas liaising between the landowners and the council. You know?
Yeah.
They kind of bulldoze their way through it. You know? This is what we believe in.
Yeah, and it never.
You know.
It never works out well that way.
No,
then,
no.
You know, you have to. And anything else? Any stories? Anything you want to tell us?
Like what?
Anything at all? Anything growing up in town? Anything? Did you ever get into trouble? Or what trouble did you get into?
We used to. I remember. Was it? I know. Was it? Maypole night or not? You know, they must put the Maypole up in the doors for 1st of May.
Oh right, yeah.
But I think we used to certain house back Westminster. One night we tied a door knocker. You see, a real thread and throw and be hidden behind the trees up in the Palston Church. And knock at the door. Person come out now and there, all this sort of things.
Yes, God, that was
simple stuff.
yes, innocent
stuff,
yeah. And what would they have on the doors for me? They'd have stuff on the doors for me.
Or what was it? You know, the branch of the
green, the summer, bring in the summer kind of thing. Oh, very good. They'd have that.
You'd never see it now, have they?
No. Any other traditions like that? The Ran, the Biddy.
Most of the Ran was big around here.
Yeah.
Stevens' day, yeah. But it's all gone from here now. It's Dingle and the store.
And who would go around and what were they doing?
And the biddies, then you had a crowd of Copley Barn from Waterville, you know. That was very big there.
Yeah.
But I suppose it'll come back here eventually, I don't know.
It'll come around again.
I mean, up in Kilgomden and all those places, the Ran was huge all the time, you know.
Yes.
The Stole, Dingle.
Yeah.
But here it's died out.
Yes.
Well, you see no young crowd here, really.
I suppose that's the...
I mean, you know...
Yeah. If they were
they're all into either weights or...
Yes.
Or the other white stuff, I don't know.
Yes. And but what would the biddy like? What were they doing?
Which?
The biddies when they'd come around.
Well, they play music and all that. Looking for the coffers.
Yes, looking for a bit whatever they could get along the way.
Yeah.
Willie, thank you so much for joining us, and we might come back to you again another day.
No problem, my friend.